Good afternoon, guys. Nettuno speaking today, bringing a new video. This video is very delicate to be made, perhaps. It's been a while since I needed to make this video, and I decided to do it today. Okay, I will talk about what sports trade helped me to conquer in my life in these 9 years, practically off-road. I have more or less 9 years, right? I'm doing this video at first as a retribution for what they did to me in the past when I started. And when I started, I obtained $10, $20. I felt so great. I made 10 bucks. A person so talked to me, Nettuno, alright, great you made 10 bucks. But look at this here. You can make more money. You can make in a different way. So they did this to me in the past, and I'm trying now to give it back what they did to me in a large scale opened for everyone here on YouTube. I will try to show what we can get in sports trade. Of course, there are innumerable matters about this. The sports trading is not for everyone. Maybe many can make no money, but anyway, I can't shut myself to talk about this because of the fear that some people might think of and will be wrong about it. Actually, people will get wrong anyway. This video is not a miracle for this. Unfortunately, we'll just show that yes, it's possible for us to make something on sports trading. So let's get going then. Why am I doing this video today? I wanted to make this video a while ago, but I didn't because I was releasing my class, my online sports trading class. And if I did put this video with the opening subscriptions, a lot of people would have bought my course, enter my class because of what I'm gonna show, my results. However, it's my results. In my course, I teach how to do. I show the way to proceed, and who need to walk this path is you. So to avoid a lot of people buying my course simply wanting my results without understanding that there is a way to get this, I did today the video. Now my online course is closed and no one can enter my class, so now it's perfect. This way I can make this video with tranquility, even with more responsibility, I should say. Well, by saying this, let's get going. How it was all the journey of the sports trading in my life. First of all, I tried to live on stock exchange for 2 years. I just dedicated myself to make stock exchange trading for 2 years and I failed. I did not succeed. It was pretty good how it works, but what you do on the stock exchange? I will have to make another video after this comparing the stock exchange trading and the sports trading to show how we of the sports trading have no idea what we can do here. But anyway, I could not. It was unworthy. I made 2% a month on stock exchange, which is a spectacular result for this trading, but that it wasn't going to make me improve my quality of life, so I ended up abandoning it. I stayed away for a while. I have a bachelor in PE. Nothing to do with the stock exchange, but as for the sports trade, it has the sports that connects. So I have a bachelor in PE and I worked. I had a lot of work beside my formation. Then I met sports trading and I went to see what it was, that kind of thing. And I committed all the mistakes that everyone does, I did. I did all win, took the red, I broke my stall, I got emotional, I became happy, all of them, all the mistakes that you do, I did. You can have absolutely sure about this. Alright, and goes like this for a while. About 2 years, my first 2 years, it was not that bad in these first 2 years. About a year the game changed and I started to withdraw money for real on sports trading. With only 2 years of trade. My first withdrawal, may I have 2 years on Betfair to make the first one. Until then it was just cut my own hands and kinds of things. Anyway, after these 2 years I started to make some money. And before I say when I could save some real money, opening a parenthesis, something that was very important in my path, it was a tablet. I bought a tablet with the money I made on sports trading. It was great. It was one of the first things I bought. So I bought a tablet. Then I picked up and bought a tablet. Although that tablet may be something laughable, man, it gave me all the strength and showed me that I could take more than a tablet, perhaps could take a monitor, a TV, or cell phone, better stuff. Did you get it? So it's very important that you bring to the real world something that you do on sports trading. Bring it for real. You see, it doesn't matter. Buy a sleeper, a t-shirt, go to dinner, take your wife to dinner, make something. This is very important. It gives you. It gave us this. It gives us a shell. It is an emotional factor very important to us. And since I talk about to dinner, another subject on the line, some of the things I wouldn't say acceptance because my wife was never against with. In fact, she never understood what it was sports trading. Now she does, but before she didn't. So bro, to explain that to her, my huge trick, she likes Japanese food a lot and then I took her to dinner with the sports trading money. You see, I took her to Porto Alegre. I used to live in nearby and take her to eat great sushi at Porto Alegre. Let's go take a buffet. Then I go there and paid. She asked about the money. I say, Messi helped me to make this money. I used to do this kind of jokes. Anyway, I'm out of the subject. Alright. So that was this first start, 2 years. Then I started to make money and I could save an amount. I could save a great amount of money and think, what am I gonna do with it now? And then I had a thing that changed my life. He had a decision that changed my life. Probably if I would not make this decision, my life would be the worst financially speaking. When I saved the first amount, not only the amount of sports trading, but also an amount of the other jobs I had, and so I thought I need to make something. I'm gonna buy a Vectra. Man, a Vectra. You guys will laugh out loud now, but in the past, this was the car. Who had a Vectra, man, in the past? You know, man. You also had liters of Vectra, so I thought I'll buy a Vectra. Then I thought, oh man, put all this money on a Vectra. And I have seen a lot of friends of mine get screwed because of car. Really screwed. Practically get destroyed financially because if you buy a Vectra, I don't know, if you pay 50 gram, 2 years later it will be for 25 gram, 2 more years for 50 gram. Not just this, you have a PVA, the assurance, so bro. I knew that, but it has that wish of buying a Vectra, yet I hadn't this responsibility of being a father, of being a family, had a kids. However, I wanted to build a house because I was living in a tiny apartment at Novo Hamburgo, just 1 bedroom, and it had, I think, 4 meter square. For a single couple it's decent, but with kids it's impossible. It's okay, but with kids it's incomparable. It really doesn't work, so I was having second thought. Or I buy a Vectra, or I build a family. It was more or less like this. I took a look at some places, I liked one here and there, and I went to talk to my father. So, hey dad, I said, I have some good grand with me and I'm thinking of buying a Vectra or I build a house. My father didn't think for so long and about time he looked at me and said, build a house. I said, oh dad, but why build a house? And what about the Vectra, a gray one, a green one? I said, no, just build a house already. This Vectra doesn't give a heck. And I was trying to convince him so I could buy a Vectra and he wasn't changing his mind and we went to look a piece of land. And when we got there and when we were looking at it, the first thing he said, I will never forget, hey Fabio, if you won't buy this ground, I will. He was trying to convince me to buy because he wasn't. Hey kiddo, just buy this ground already, it's pretty good. See, I did not bought the Vectra, I bought the ground instead. Alright, I was still riding my CG, yeah I had a CG. At this time, just like a moto boy. God, I missed my bike so much. So I bought the ground instead of Vectra and there I had a land. What am I gonna do with a wasteland? Nothing. You have nothing out there, that piece of crap. It has nothing. You actually need to build a house, so I started to. With the money I got from Betfair, every month I spent some amount. I had a bricklayer and he was a little slow, but the building process was going on a certain way. I'm just patient, alright. And one day my wife, I'm pregnant. She came to me, I'm pregnant. Alright. Okay, you're pregnant, so... She was pregnant, there was nothing to do. We had to wait those long 9 months for the baby. So I went to the work of the building process and said, hey guys, my wife is pregnant. I have to finish this house. We have 9 months. And they were, oh, that's nothing. It's fine. On the concrete mixer. Give me the hammer. They were firm from that time on. And I thought, yes, now we are going to finish this because it was very slow, I should say. Alright, I went to shopping and came back in the other day. And the build process it was the same. Those guys have done nothing. I said, when I left, you guys may left too. Stop the building. I stopped the building. It's okay. I can't. My child will be born and will be at the same wall. Then we did, I don't know why am I saying this, but anyway, we did some part by a contractor and the building process was finally on. My kid has born and the house wasn't ready. We went to move with that baby in 2 or 3 months of life, but we moved to that place instead of the Vectra. Alright then, and if you take a look at those old videos from my channel here, you'll see an ancient wooden ladder at the back. That's the house there. It was our first house. It wasn't exclusively with the trade money, but it helped us a lot. If it was not for that, I may not have the best conditions to build that house. Alright. It passed some time. I could gather more money from the sports trading and then more and more dedicating myself to sports trading and less to other tasks. I always had the dream to live in at the beach, nearby a beach, and my wife had the same dream, so then an opportunity arose. We bought another ground, we bought for a cheap price with something out of occasion, and we built a house literally in front of the beach here at Rio Grande do Sul. For those who don't know, the coast of Rio Grande do Sul isn't good for beach, yet is what we have around here. That's the house you guys saw last year and I showed off of it here on YouTube. Those who follow me on Instagram knows that I used to show off, used to take photos at my house nearby the beach. The house I could build exclusively with the sports trading money, that's great, right? I lived for a year nearby the beach, but it was not a good place to live, even for to raise a child, and about that time my second kid was about to born. My first kid was already 6, and so I had to move to a place that could be more comfortable for my kids and my wife, my family, where I could have more of, how can I say, comfortable literally. So I came back and bought another ground using the sports trade money, and I started to build a house once again. When I finished the first house, I said I would never do that again. I ended up doing another one and the third, and that's the house I live nowadays, right? One good thing about the building process is not a huge loss at once, like the car itself, boom. The building you can pay bit by a bit, and the time when you can have a consistency on your sports trading, you're able to measure right away, like the process will cost this much per month. You're able, if you see the last months, 12 months you did that. You can have more confidence in yourself, and at the end when the house is done you have a property finally. That will always be valuable, a property, a house will always be, it's good for you at all. Then I built the third house with 100% of the sports trading money. Basically the trading led me to have today, well I'm 37 now and I have 3 great properties and the other houses are leased, except for this one I live. Of course, it's not just this matter of build a house. It's about not wasting money. Today, for example, I still have a CR-V 2010. My car is from 2010. I don't see any problem. It's a comfortable car, yet it's a 2010 release. Do you see? If I had, instead of riding this car and take that money and spend all of it buying the Vectra from nowadays, probably I wouldn't have in my home that I have today. So it's a scale of factors. I ended up completely avoiding the subject as I knew I would avoid. Anyway guys, the trade, all of this I could build from a guy riding a CG, lived in an apartment of 4 meters square. I still ride a normal car nowadays, but it's okay, it's not a CG anymore, yeah, it's not a spaceship car. However, I could build 3 houses using the sports trade money, and this house I live today that I'm recording it. Let me try to show you guys better. Guys, it's a house inside a townhouse. A townhouse that has security, has comfort, has a lot of things like that. I think every father wants this for a child, you know? So all of this came, I just got everything because of the sports trading. I just got this because someone in the past took my arm and told me, man, this is possible. It is possible. You can earn 10 bucks, yeah, but you can earn more. Yet all of this I'm saying to you took me 9 years. 9 years. It wasn't overnight after all. I went through some hard moments on the sports trading. And it does matter that we go through these moments, because it's just when we go through these moments we can see our evolution. We will really see when our bank grows. When we go through a tough month, when everything got wrong, you enter and got a goal, you were on the back, they lead to goal post, the goalkeeper made miracles, you went through the awful phase, 3 weeks on everything wrong. And after that, you were back on business and you could see your bank rising, and from that time you can make other steps. And The percentage, as many I said a lot of times, but the percentage, as low as it is, it's a great one. It is absurd. I see many chatting on Telegram. Well, I do 80% per month. I do 100% per month. Guys, this doesn't exist. This is from your first month with a really small bankroll. Man, if you do 10% per month, calculate long term where this 10% will lead you. You understand? This nonsense, that's what I wanted to compare with the stock exchange. Perhaps not knowing it, prevents many people from not being able to make real money with the spot trading, for not having the success I had in my life, for not knowing this. Man, if you do 7% per month, on next month you make 12, the next you lose 5, the next one you earn 4, the next you do 10. And at the end of the year, this will give you a good profit. Bro, this leads you too far. But the problem is that we just see today, just the weekend, we want to be rich. On this weekend, we won $1 million on this game. On this weekend. No, bro, you won't be something this weekend nor this game. But if you can, take this time, hold on for a moment, then maybe you can build a very good thing for your life from sports trading. However, you have to be aware this takes time, not days, not months. It takes years. It takes years until you can finally live out sports trading. Not just this, you can build a good patrimony for yourself. Give a little bit of comfort for you and your family using the trading. Yet you need to have this in mind, man. It will take some time until your gear run, until you got on trails once again, create your methods, all of this. It takes time. And this is good too, it's good. Because if it was that easy, this bullshit, it seems, everybody would doing this crap. Who doesn't? Watch football and earn money. Everybody wants. But everybody wants today. Everybody wants on the weekend. No one wants to rise, go through bad times, to write it down, to watch, to test, do again, take a read. But the lazy ones want to do all in and be rich overnight without thinking it good. Guys, I ended up telling more of my personal story here than anything else, but I wanted to show you that it's possible, yes, to live off sports trading, yes, earn a good amount of money with calmness, patience, and long term. I don't know if I'm gonna put this video on air. Perhaps this video ended up being too personal. Maybe it's a bit delicate to talk about these things, even more in Brazil, but anyway. If I uploaded this video and you watched it until here, if you agree with me, that's good. If you don't, leave a comment down below. In any case, subscribe the channel to receive other contents, perhaps not too personal like this one, maybe more basic and practical stuff. And that's it, guys. Big hugs. Bye.